Hey there, second channel video. Hope you guys are doing awesome. So, as is often the case, since we finished recording the last main channel video about this given subject, which is filament recycling, a lot continues happening and more developments happen. But if I go back and then edit the video, it just pushes out the deadline. So I thought instead I would just give you guys some updates since the last video came out for the second channel, because we have a second channel that we're kind of neglecting. And you guys let me know if you like these kinds of more casual updates. Typically I would do, the occasional YouTube short and show you guys, but it's not really put together in a cohesive way. And also I know a lot of you guys don't like shorts. So a few updates. Number one, I have since the last video actually modified this Pelletizer from ArtMay, which you'll see is a kind of a main character in the main channel video. I've modified it somewhat imperfectly to now use an old CNC spindle that I had lying around, and you can kind of move it out of place or put it in place. And you can still actually hold onto this with the drill, but now you don't have to use a drill. You can just hook this up to 12-volt power, put it in a corner, slide the CNC bearing in place, uses nylon for the gears, nylon to hold onto the motor. It works perfectly. I've been using it pretty extensively. And this just allows me to not tie up my drill. And also it's a lot quieter because, a power drill is a powerful motor. I've been using that, and you can see my pellet bin is now very large and in charge. And I've got, I don't know, I would say like maybe 4 kilos of pellets that are ready for other projects or pelletizing. Additionally, the annoyingly good filament continues. It's a problem that you'll see if you watch the main channel video, but you can see like very good filament. This is what I'm now calling single malt, which means it's only been extruded once. It hasn't been pelletized yet. And I mean, this has got to be 1.5 kilos. This is another, I don't know, 1.5, maybe even 2 kilos because I extend these spools. And I'm on the fence as to whether or not I'm gonna pelletize them, because I have been printing the double malt stuff quite a bit around the studio for different things that I need, and it's working really, really well. So that's fantastic. This is actually printed out of the double malt stuff, and a bunch of these you can see also. As for what this is, one of the things I didn't cover in the video is just making the shredder even more hands-off. Coincidentally, the hopper housing that I had built broke, like some of the 3D printed parts broke. So I took it as an opportunity the last few days to remodel this entire thing. And you can see now it's got internal geometry to kind of create a cue that's, hopefully you can put a bunch of material here and it's gonna slowly jiggle. It's at a very, very subtle angle. It's gonna slowly jiggle with the vibrations and go past this bottleneck inside and slowly feed the hopper so I can be even more hands-off with the shredder, feed the shredder. And then I also, in case it gets jammed, I gave myself an access window, to look in, stick a poker in there if I need to, or pull material out. Again, access window. And I thought this was kind of cool. I made a little slidey thing, which is gonna house the fan. And then you can just put this in, so you don't get chips flying back up. Sorry, not paying attention. Slides into here to block the shredder and put the fan in place to blow air. One thing I'm really worried about though is wood chips and stuff, because it took quite a while to break in the old shredder. So I'm worried about wood chips and or paint getting into my regrind. So I tried to paint all this. I might paint all the internal surfaces like clear, just to really seal it. Yes, Bella, I know, you wanna be in the video. This is a second channel video, you can come say hi. Come here. You wanna be in the video, I know. You want your 15 minutes of fame. So Bella is also growing like 1 kilo a week. So I'm thinking to paint the inside with clear coat, because it would be really nasty if I get wood chips in there now that I fixed the shredder so it barely sheds metal. All right, well, that kind of worked. The whole flow down thing does work, but the only paint I had on hand was this textured paint. And so it's creating more friction than I want. I think I need to hit it with something smooth, maybe take like some PEI from a build surface and put it on there. But the real problem is that it kind of works the opposite way that you want. So when the shredder is clogged and there's too much material inside, it vibrates more violently, and that vibration causes more material to go in. So I'm gonna have to figure something else out. Maybe For now, it still does require babysitting, but these are the kinds of like little optimizations that I do along the way that don't make it into a video. And by the time I make a full length video, I may or may not remember them. So yeah, these are the kinds of things that I'm just doing all the time in between updates to the series. By the way, while I'm down here, let me quickly give a shout out to PCBWay, who has made this entire project possible. No 3D printer company would have sponsored this video, but PCBWay has not only sponsored the videos and helped me afford to be able to produce them for you, but they've also provided so many CNC parts and 3D printed parts and laser cut parts. Like a lot of the stuff that I've broken and redesigned and fixed and improved, like this flange or this sieve, all came from PCBWay. So if you need anything machined, metal 3D printed, injection molded, laser cut, like they can do everything for you. They are my go-to fabrication solution if you don't want to build everything yourself, because you don't have to. And there's a link in the description for PCBWay. I highly recommend you check them out. And I think you get like $5 off your first order if you use my link. So thanks, PCBWay. I'm in the other room right now, just making more filament, turning as much of my filament into pellets as possible, or filament that will be pelletized as possible. The art maze is running great. And just generally, like I said, printing the actual filament, which is going to be the next video in the series, and using it for stuff is going really well with the addition of that cutter. So I wanted to give that quick update. Let me know what you guys think of these little quick update, casual, not so edited videos. You know, I think they're good. I don't want to put them behind a paywall, like Patreon or anything like that. But I think they're a good way for folks who are following the project very closely and other projects that we do, of like debriefing and saying, okay, here's what's happened since, because who knows how well I'm gonna remember, you know, in a few months when I do another video on the main channel. Let me know what you think. All right, see you guys.